Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Out of Boston here, and today I'm back for episode number 4 of my Cincinnati Reds franchise series here in MLB 16 The Show. So we got a trade offer here, Braden Shipley for a Eugenio Suarez, and Shipley, not really a bad pitching prospect, 68 overall B potential, but I decided to decline that. The one trade I did make before the trade deadline was with the Seattle Mariners. It's going to be Clay Buchholz, J.J. Hoover, and Wyatt Strahan for Taijuan Walker and Cody Martin. So I'm going to talk about that trade a little bit in this episode. First of all, I want to say Wyatt Strahan and Cody Martin were complete throw-ins. I know some of you might remember Cody Martin from my Braves series last year, but he is not that Cody Martin. He is like 57 overall, and he's like 28 years old, and he's completely useless. He was just a throw-in, trying to make the money work, trying to make everything work. So anyway, it is going to be Taijuan Walker on the mound for this episode, and I'll talk about why I wanted to pick him up. So obviously, I made, I think, 3 big trades in the last episode, and one thing I really didn't add in any of those trades was a young pitcher. And, you know, that is pretty much kind of I don't want to say it's the last thing I want to add right now, but I was kind of looking at some of our prospects, looking at some of the guys we picked up, and I think for the most part, if things work out, we have a lot of our position players set now for the future. I mean, I don't want to say things are set in stone, but I mean, you look at the infield, I think Travis Shaw, Eugenio Suarez, that's going to be the left side, and we've obviously got Joey Votto over there at first. As of right now, I don't plan on trading Devin Mesoraco, and then we've got Billy Hamilton. Our top prospect is Jesse Winker, a left fielder, and, you know, in right field, still kind of up in the air. We've got Dalton Pompey, we've got Don Brown, we've got some options, but, you know, I was just thinking we didn't really add any pitching, any young arms in any of those trades, and so that is one thing I wanted to do with the Clay Buchholz move, and I was looking at AL teams that were contending and needed starting pitching, and the Seattle Mariners stood out to me. They had a lot of big holes in their starting rotation. Taijuan Walker was one of them. His ERA was over 5 for the Mariners, and obviously that's concerning. And I was looking at his numbers. He really just has been disappointing since coming to the major league level for Seattle. Oh, check this out. Everett Cabrera, even on the pitch out, even on the slide step, still gets in there with a steal. That was pretty cool. But anyway, it is Yangervis Solarte at the dish now. He is going to end up lining this one to right field. Here comes the throw from the right fielder. Cabrera being waved around. The relay is going to be well in time, so a bad base running mistake on my part there. I thought I could get him with Cabrera or beat him with Cabrera, but with no outs, probably not my best choice there. So anyway, back to the trade, though. Walker, like I said, a disappointment so far, but the thing that I liked about him was, one, he was already a 79 overall, so it's not like he's got a lot of developing left to do before he, you know, we hope he can be an effective major league pitcher. Also, Suarez goes deep here. Check this opposite field bomb out, 2-run shot, gives the Reds a 2-0 lead, but on top of that, his potential is still pretty high. It's a high B potential. I actually did look at it in the game, and it is an 88 as it stands right now. So I was pretty encouraged by that, and I think hopefully, you know, moving to the NL, he can, or it will help his numbers a little bit. And I just have hope that we can, you know, revitalize his career. And I think that was the best we were going to do with Clay Buchholz. I wanted to combine him and J.J. Hoover to get the max value out of the guys that we had left on our team. One move that I did look at was the Chicago Cubs. I wanted to look at Javier Baez, and we could have actually gotten Baez for Clay Buchholz, but I was looking at their staff, and although a lot of their starters, also this is not a replay, this is Suarez going Oppo Taco once again, almost to the same part of the ballpark, his second home run of the afternoon. That makes it 3-0 Cincinnati now. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I was looking at the Cubs, and a lot of their starters weren't rated very highly. Like John Lackey's only a 75 now because he's kind of regressed a little bit, but his ERA was still sub-3, and their whole starting staff was pitching pretty well, even Jason Hamill. So I just decided they didn't really need another starter, but Seattle definitely needed a starter, and Clay Buchholz, probably one of the last starters left on the market. So I decided to flip him to Seattle, pick up Taijuan Walker. Let me know what you guys think of that trade. Walker gives up the solo home run to Andrelton Simmons right there, but still it's a 3-1 game. Bottom 6, 2-2 count, and it's Quentin Berry going down on the split-fingered fastball. So Walker is through 6 strong so far. Take a look at the 6-inning recap. Only 4 strikeouts for the young right-hander, but only 3 hits allowed as well, so he's been pretty effective so far. Top 7, Everett Cabrera at the dish with no one on. He's going to lay down a beautiful bunt here, but take a look at Yunel Escobar with the nice play there all the way from the dirt at third base. He was playing even with the bag, and it took some pretty impressive wheels there to get Cabrera. So nice play by Yunel Escobar, but Walker responds here in the bottom half, striking out Mike Trout. That's his second K of the afternoon. Now it is going to be Simmons at the dish, lining one to left, and a diving play by Scott Schebler, but he can't come up with it. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. The runner from first will be held up at third. I believe that was Albert Pujols, actually, so he is not the fleetest of foot, and he would get held up there. So now it's Johnny Giavotella at the dish with 1 down. Grab ball to the second baseman. This is going to be fielded by Solarte. Throw to first. That will score the run. It's a 3-2 ball game now. tying run 90 feet away for Yunel Escobar. He's going to ground this one to the first baseman, Votto. Votto will take it to the bag himself in time for the third out of the inning, so Walker is out of the jam. On to the top half of the 8th we go now. We're actually going to skip to the top half of the 9th. It is Dalton Pompey at the dish. Slow little nubbler off the end of the bat there, but that would actually not be in time, so Pompey reaches, and then check this out. I forced a bad throw from Pujols here. This was pretty hilarious. This is going to put runners on second and third. I'll show the replay what ended up happening here. I kind of creeped off the bag with Schebler, not meaning to, and it sort of forced Pujols to make that throw. And I like to do this sometimes because, you know, oftentimes if you can force the AI to make a dumb throw or make a throw, it will sometimes go errantly. And I don't really know why Escobar couldn't make the play there, but nonetheless, now runners on second and third with one out. Cabrera, he's going to pop this one up, foul territory right-hand side, and for some reason the game decided to drag my guy on third base off the bag there. I don't know why. I would have tried to tag up there. Unfortunately, I had to go back and tag, so no one is going to advance on that play. Now it's Solarte at the dish, slow roller over to the third baseman, Escobar. He's going to fire in time. A nice play by Yunel Escobar. So we're going to bring on Tony Cingrani here for the 9th. Walker's day would be done after 8 strong innings. He only surrendered 2 earned runs. A pretty impressive start for him. It was not his debut. We had actually simmed about a month forward since that trade. But there you go, Cingrani with the strikeout of Quinton Berry there. Now 2 down with a man on first base. It's Pujols at the dish. 1-2 count, and Pujols is retired on the high fastball. So Cingrani picks up the save, and that is going to do it. So if you guys have been wondering, since we traded J.J. Hoover, I've kind of been going closer by committee. We don't really have any good relievers at this point. I think our highest rated reliever is Jumbo Diaz at like a 73 overall. So really no point in naming a closer. I think I'm just going to kind of let the game go with who the game thinks is the best choice for that certain situation. That's certainly the way I'd play it with the bullpen as bad as this one, but anyway, it really does not matter. We're into the final stretch of the season at this point, so I'm going to play one more regular season game, and then we are going to move on to the off-season. I'm going to be starting Raisel Iglesias in that episode. He's the one young starter that I have not gotten to use yet so far since starting this franchise. So anyway, that is going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.